T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Let's get ready to sucker! It out into left field. It's going. It's going. It is gone.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Friday, or depending on what day you're featuring, the Natterday edition of the Ysn Power Hour. DJ Yoakley with you. We got Matt. We got Captain USA over there. Can't say the other word because it's trademarked. Munson. And we got Ty Bartell. Gentlemen, how are we?
It's Friday, baby. Happy Friday.
Jeff, you have an eagle with you.
Yeah, he's going to be okay today. Stay there, buddy.
Are you going to drink out of his butt?
You never know.
I got a feeling.
You got to wait to find out.
Stay tuned.
Tyler, how are you, sir?
Doing great. Doing great on a Friday. Looking forward to the weekend. It's going to be great. Great 4th of July weekend.
And I'm looking at my watch here. She's still ticking. We got a countdown till Ty Bartell becomes Mr. Ty Bartell.
Oh, yes, sir. 21-day countdown, 3 weeks. It's crazy. 3 weeks from today, actually, too. So right around the corner. Next weekend, too. Going to have that bachelor's party, too.
Are you scared?
Am I scared? No.
Is there even a little part of you that's scared?
I have no fear going into it. So I don't usually go in. If I was intimidated, I wouldn't do it. So.
If you're scared, get a dog. That's what I always told. All right, so we got one guy that's getting married, 2 guys that are married. Jeff's never getting married unless he somehow figures out the eagle. There you go. Is that legal in this country?
Bestiality.
I mean, the things that he's probably done to that eagle already, we couldn't talk about. We can't discuss. So, do you have a name for the eagle, Jeff?
Freedom. What it is. Freedom.
Okay. Very original, Jeff. Look at this guy. Looking fresh and popping down in the lower left-hand corner. EB, what's going on, brother?
Not much, man. Just busy as hell and taking a little mental break for a hot sec. So
I'm just going to say that you had a pretty successful little jaunt there, it looked like. What was a little tournament action for you? How'd it go?
Myrtle was fun. We did well. We lost in the gold bracket division to the number 1 seed, pretty much on a last-second shot. I mean, we still had a shot. We had a chance. Our guard it had to be a perfect pass. It wasn't a perfect pass. Like, in order to tie it up, everything would have had to go perfectly. And you know, it was fun. I thought it was awesome for the girls in our area to get down there and see, you know, different competition, because we played a lot of teams from the Carolinas and Georgia, and I swear to God, every freaking girls team down there has a girl that is at least 6'8".
A Victoria's Secret model.
Bro, no, this was like big country shit. Like, dude, tonight if we go to Birdfish or something, I'll show you a video of Abby Perry just gets absolutely demolished. Like she goes up for a layup and this girl just like stands there and like she had zero time. She had zero time to react. Like she was up and down, and then she was horizontal like that, and like you just see her body bounce off the floor, and I was like, holy crap, dude! Like I didn't know human flesh could actually bounce like that. And
how do you respond to that? Like, because there's no way that, like, you can't battle that. You can't get 8 feet taller. I know from experience.
No, I mean, all we did is we just kind of played to our strengths. Like, they were bigger than us, but they didn't shoot better than us. So we just kind of packed it in a little bit. And you know, we generally, I don't play a lot of zone, but we played a little bit more zone than I would. A couple teams we could get up and press. And then, you know, the good thing that we had is, you know, I had great guards everywhere. And I think the biggest compliment that I took away from it was the tournament director came up to me and he's like, dude, I could watch your team play all the time. He goes, your girls come to play. They're not afraid of anyone. You know, they get up and they play defense everywhere. They're so fundamentally sound. To me, like I don't care about the wins and the losses. Like, it's the experience for the girls and, you know, the position and how they can showcase themselves and to come away with compliments. And, you know, every time we went to court, it felt like everyone else in that area started to, like, accumulate. And there's a couple of games we were down like 17 with like 5 minutes left, and we chip away and we end up taking the lead. And you just look out at the court and it's just packed.
Wow.
And like we ended up losing the game, but it was like our girls were walking through like the tunnel going to the Olympics of like all these people from like down south, like giving them fist bumps and like, hey, you guys did great. You guys are awesome. You know, this is like what basketball should be like. So I thought that was cool for them. And then, you know, you get to throw in the beach. We did some things to where, you know, the one night I kind of hung out with the parents and took the parents out. The girls got to go do their thing at Broadway. And then the next day I took all my girls out and we went to Topgolf for a couple hours, give the parents some of their own time to go do whatever. So I just try to make it an experience. Like, it's one of those things. We all flew down there or, you know, drove down there, and I want it to be basketball, but I also want them to have fun. Like, it'd be like if we all went down there and we had to do business to do. Like, we took care of business when we had to, but when we get some free time, let's
work
go
hard,
enjoy
play
it.
hard, right?
Exactly.
Matthew,
Sir.
I'm gonna have to push you out towards Mr. Bartell, because he's gonna have to start taking up some advertising for this bachelor party and golf outing. My man just keeps pushing it here on the Power Hour, which I respect, but we have advertisers, and one of them could be you, Jim Bartell.
Right.
Let's talk about, I mean, since it's the National Day today sucks. We're just going to be honest. So, Jeffrey, we're going to take a page out of your book, and we're going to say what is the best part of the 4th of July. And on top of that, little twist, are you one of the people who takes video of the fireworks? Yes or no? We'll start with let's start with you, Matt.
Yeah, don't be the guy that takes video of the fireworks. Nobody's ever going to watch it. Okay, like don't be that girl on Snapchat or that guy on Facebook that posts the video of the fireworks. I get it. You're enjoying time with your family and your kids or whatever else, but nobody wants to watch that. We're all there. We can see them ourselves. Thank you for posting them, but don't. Best part of the 4th of July weekend for me is just the family traditions that kind of surround the holiday. Growing up in kind of the Sebring, Damascus area, the family would all get together, big breakfast on the 4th of July, and then there's a whole day's worth of events that lead up to the fireworks at night. And I lucked out this year because the Saturday events at my parents' place, or the 4th of July events on Saturday at my parents' place, and then the stuff in Sebring's on the actual 4th on Sunday. So I get to do both this year.
There you go. Jeffrey, I'm almost scared.
Yeah, don't. I'm 100% agree with Coach. Don't be the person that takes a video of someone shooting off fireworks, because you never know. You might get the video that like he blows his hand off, or it's like Terry doesn't move. Get out of the way, Terry.
Back up, Ter!
Yeah, he's just back up. Like you're that person. But no, 4th of July is a pretty big deal for me. My mom made me a cake, and she's bought me a birthday gift. So 4th of July is a pretty big deal. Our second birthday.
I was gonna say, you do know it's not really your birthday, right?
No, it's ours. It's our birthday. You know,
Our who? Who's our?
you,
R2D2?
Coach,
Him.
Ty, EB, and Munson's birthday. Like it's all our birthdays. Like we get celebrated. We get 2 birthdays.
It's not our birthday, Jeff.
Yeah, it is. We're Americans, so it's our birthday.
All right, Jeff. Here's
go.
your trivia question of the day. What birthday is this for America? How many years old is she?
I don't know.
Well, you take 2021 and subtract 1776, and you get
38. 69.
245?
there you go.
245?
Siggy
Dude,
saying
he did that
can't
on a
stop staring at your
calculator and he
mustache.
still wasn't sure. That dude, I freaking miss Jeff. Like he just did that on a calculator. He said,
I just wanted to make sure it was correct. I didn't want to be like, I screwed it up.
The formula would have never been there had you not given it directly to him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
1994 divided by 1776 equals 2021. America. Kate Kelly says, I'm not sure Jeff knows what a birthday is. Jeff, do you know what a birthday is?
Yes, it is. Heartbreaks that you were born like that.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Scream.
Months. Fireworks on video or no? And what's your favorite part of the 4th of July?
Fireworks on video. No, I like seeing the fireworks in person. I like going there and seeing it all live in person up close. And my favorite thing about the 4th of July is surprise is the food.
Oh, all right. Now that you say food, what's the best? I guess main course, side dish. What's your go-to, Muncie?
Oh man, I mean you can't go wrong. We're in America. You can't go wrong with a hot dog on the 4th of July. I mean a good hot dog with some ketchup, mustard, maybe a little bit of relish on there. Can't go wrong with that on the 4th of July.
Side dish? Is there a side dish you prefer here on the 4th?
Oh, side dish. Yeah, I'm like a pasta salad. A good pasta salad's always really good too.
And the dessert?
Man, dessert. One of my favorite desserts is the pretzel. It's like
The Jello pretzel salad?
Yeah, the Jello pretzel salad. Yeah.
Is that the one with the strawberries in it?
yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Sarah Yoakley special right there. EB, we're on you.
I mean, I haven't really got to enjoy 4th of July like the past 6-7 years, but like I live next to Columbiana's Park, so obviously the fireworks there, I can just kind of sit in my driveway and watch that. But it's a big party. I mean, 4th of July is probably one of if my favorite holidays, if not my favorite holiday. One, just because everyone's back in town, kind of getting to mingle with everyone and walk through the park if I want to and kind of see people. It's You can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. That's kind of where I'm at with it.
Yes, sir.
Oh gosh, got Jeff all riled up. Tyler,
I mean, yeah, 4th of July is easily one of my favorite holidays, too. One of the only major holidays that occurs in the summer. And for me, easily, it's the fireworks. We've always done big firework shows every single year, ever since I could remember. And we're continuing it this year as we have for many years, ever since I could remember. As well as, and I'm disappointed nobody said this as their favorite part, the hot dog eating contest. You want to talk about hot dogs, watch Joey's chestnut slam down about 60 of them, and then get your hot dog, your pasta salad, gather it up, eat it, and watch Joey Chestnut slam some hot dogs down.
I was good until I saw somebody regurgitate the hot dogs. Then I was done. That's all. I mean, I couldn't eat hot dogs that
The
day.
coolest thing I've ever watched in my entire life is watching Joey Chestnut kick all those people's ass. Years and years after.
I'm gonna guess that you were a Kobayashi guy before Joey Chestnut.
No, I hated him. Joey Chestnut came on board.
Surprise!
I was like,
Jeff and Asian hate.
Joey, and then he made him quit. Because he's
It's all about Eater X.
Eater X, the guy that never gets any attention.
Yeah.
Is he the paint face guy?
Yes.
no.
Okay.
Oh, is he?
No. He's the
No, I thought he was the one that was like different color hair. Isn't that guy?
no. He's the guy with the mask.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
The
He
luchador
stinks.
mask.
He stinks.
Who would win a hot dog eating contest amongst the 6 of us? I'm gonna go Paul because Paul likes hot dogs.
I'm going Jeff.
Jeff would throw up.
I was in a
Not
hot
even
dog-
3 bites in, Jeff would throw up on
No,
himself.
I was in a hot dog eating contest one.
And how many did you eat, Jeff?
I think
I
Ty,
25.
would be the sleeper in this one.
You did what now? You ate 25 hot dogs?
Yeah.
Over the course of how long?
I forget. It was a while ago. Probably, I don't know, I forget what we had, what time.
Coach, you didn't understand your question.
I did. No,
He just pulled out his calculator.
No, I don't know. It was for someone's senior project, and we were headed at Northbound to Dairy Queen. Yeah, it was a hot dog eating contest. They ate 25. I won my group. I did not win the next group.
Jeff, again, he said, what was the time frame? Not like
No.
It was 1996.
Did you do it in 20 minutes? Did you do it in 3 hours? Did it take
No, it was like 25. It was like 25 minutes.
You ate a hot dog a minute.
I could eat a hot dog a minute, Paul. It's not
How
that-
long?
I
How
think-
long is the actual Nathan's one?
I
Is
said
it
bullshit on this.
is it 5 minutes?
You want to test this out?
I think it's
we
10
we want to test this out. We can
I
test
think we're going to have to test this. I think we're going to have to go and do this because I'm not believing you had 26 hot dogs in 25
it.
minutes.
It's 23.
Listen, now
23.
we've got the gas station food reviews going. I think that he should do roller dogs at like Circle K or somewhere.
Oh, I cannot do those roller dogs right there. Those almost made me barf. They just sit there all
Oh,
day.
so one hot dog made you barf. So I wasn't that far off.
Yeah.
Like, put them off. Keep them there. All right, start them in the morning. Roll them up. Roll them back. So we take these off. Nah, that's fine. It's terrible. They are disgusting.
You haven't tried them. You wouldn't try it.
I have tried them.
Well, you wouldn't try it on camera.
Well, I was going to let you have your shining moment.
Oh, that's my shining moment. Of all the things that I've done, that's my shining moment.
Yeah, it was the best.
Oh, I like where we're going here.
Mhm.
The Munson Wiener eating contest.
Paul eats them all because he's fat. But
Jeez, Jeff,
all right, Paul, I was mean. I'm rude. I'm sorry.
that was not nice at all.
I think in a hot dog eating contest, I think Ty would be the sleeper here.
I agree with that.
I can see it.
Ty, do you feel like you're the sleeper in a hot dog eating contest?
Well, he did a research paper on it one time, so
I'm about to say.
How many can you take down, Ty?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it all depends too. For a time frame, I can eat pretty quickly. My biggest downfall is when I take a drink. It's when it's all over. So it's like I could eat large amounts of food, but for some reason, whenever it's a drink of anything, it could be anything: water, pop, beer, doesn't matter. A drink of anything. Then it starts, then that starts to be the downfall of like, oh, I can't go any further.
There's going to be 4 of us together tomorrow. for a golf outing. I'm wondering if we, after the golf outing, take it to a parts unknown and we have a hot dog eating contest. Who would be interested in partaking?
You got Quinn in there too, and Quinn can house food.
Yeah.
Like, Quinn's like the back.
But he'll bitch the entire time about it. Like,
I'm not doing it, guys. Okay, I'm not doing it.
he'll have a mouthful of food telling you he's not doing it.
And then he'll whine about having indigestion afterwards.
Oh, my back hurts.
Oh my god, my arm. Oh my god.
I had to lift up this hot dog. My arm hurts. Somebody give me some ice. Get the butler.
Hey, next week I'm gonna record him every time he says, "You want to get food? You want to get?" You'll get a message every 15 minutes.
Yeah, Paul. Like last week, I couldn't tell you how many times that Quinn texted me was like, "What? You want to get lunch?" I'm like, "No, I just say, do you want to come and just sit with me?" I'm like, "No, dude. Like I ate lunch already."
Are you asking
Ty's
me
dad
out?
throwing shade on him. Ty, you lose.
I think Coach Seidel would win.
I don't think he's a hot dog guy.
You'd be surprised. I mean, if it was like a bratwurst, then yeah, well, okay, we're talking about something. But hot dogs, nah.
Are we just talking about plain hot dogs, or can I add ketchup to these?
You can have whatever you want.
If
If you're willing to put the time and put ketchup on it, that's fine.
Don't fill up on the condiments, Jeff.
Jeff's over there.
right.
Franken beans.
Yeah. Slap
Hey,
it
you
up.
put some chili on these dogs?
Jeff's like, can I get cheese on those?
Hey, cuz, there ain't no cheese on this. Take them back.
Yeah.
Take them back. All right. Well, you know what? It's the 3rd of July tomorrow. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll do that. If we can get someone to partake, maybe we'll get some I don't know, celebrity people in there, and then maybe some YSN people will have a hot dog eating contest. Just know that I've done this once before. After you do that, you're not eating hot dogs for a year. Like, it's over. Like,
It did take me a long time after eating the hot dog eating contest to even look at a hot dog.
I still call bullshit on yours, Jeff. I really do. Like, there's too many variables that you can't get right.
Bo Bowden was there. It was his senior project. I knew that. I just don't know what the time limit was.
I don't even know who that is.
Used to be a really
Wings.
good
I
wrestler.
ate 70 wings in one sitting one time. That was tough.
You
That's a
did?
lot of freaking
Yeah,
wings.
it was at Quaker Steak when it was all you could eat.
Oh yeah, like $14.99. That was the
Well,
best.
when I
deal.
went, it was only $9.99. So
Yeah, mine was 14.
Well, they saw you coming and they said,
Then you get
we're
100
bumping this up.
Like, here we go. $50 later, leaving Quaker Steak.
They said, get Mr. Belvedere to pay an extra $5 for the wings. Oh, my goodness.
10 minutes, by the way, on the Nathans.
It's 10. I thought it was 10 minutes.
It's 10 minutes.
I knew it was 10 or, well, I should have said I thought it was 10 or 12.
78 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
Dude's incredible. You have it. Yeah,
yeah,
70.
they grab like
wild,
2 or 3 at a
dude.
time, and they're like
He's
munching
like,
them
"Wah-ha!"
and dipping all that buns. in
Yeah,
the water.
they're like
that's
soaked.
the disgusting part.
They soak it in their water.
Yeah, the buns. Are
Well,
just so
and do you see the dude that does, what is that, Kool-Aid? The cherry Kool-Aid?
who?
There's some guy that dumps it in cherry
I
Kool-Aid,
think,
and
I
then
think the X guy does that.
it's like water. It's bad enough because if you've ever
It's
eaten a
mush.
soggy hot dog bun,
Oh my head.
So the current record is held by defending champion Joey Chestnut at 73 dogs in 10 minutes.
That's
Hey.
nice.
That's hot dogs and buns complete.
Jeff, you were only 50 off the pace.
That's never happening.
Dude, I don't think I eat 73 hot dogs in like a 10-year span.
That's true. That's true. If you're out there and you have hot dogs, like if you want to donate the hot dogs, we'll give you a shout out. We'll even name the contest after you tomorrow, after the
not doing
event. Yes, you are, Jeff.
How do I? Why?
Then you're not getting paid.
I wasn't getting paid anyway.
Damn it.
I'm getting paid to go play golf. I ain't technically getting paid to play
Jeff,
golf.
I do have your umpiring money tomorrow. So
Yeah, I know.
Hold on to
maybe
it.
We'll hold on to that.
Hold it hostage.
I will stab you in your foot, Paul. That was me.
Of all the places to stab him, you go foot.
My foot.
Yeah.
All right.
You never
You don't
know.
want to hurt him too much.
I don't want to
Once
do
again,
that, Paul, because we
remember.
kind of need you next Friday for the Raider golf outing.
Good placement.
Comebacks with Betos. I will cut your fingernails, Paul. You better watch it.
I give you a paper cut. Watch out.
It's gonna be nasty, and I hope it gets infected.
Might be a deep.
All right. One of the things we definitely have to talk about is this breaking news this morning about Sha'Carri Richardson being suspended for smoking dope, and she is not permitted to run in the 100-meter, but is permitted technically to run in the relays. After doing some research, understanding that it might be the timing of the events, because she received a 1-month ban. Now, the Olympic Committee decided to give her a 1-month ban as opposed to just banning her from the freaking Olympics. And apparently the 1-month ban comes dead in the middle of the Olympics. So she's going to be able to not compete in her number 1 event and compete in the relays for Team America. Problems with this? Problems with what is your biggest issue? I know you guys didn't have a whole lot of time to research this, but there's some interesting narrative around this because her mother died, and she's saying that's the reason that she felt the need to ease the pain by smoking weed. That's what she's saying. Are you buying it or are you selling it? Let's start with you, Ty.
I mean, probably not that reason. I mean, she probably has been smoking for quite some time, and it's a matter of you just get caught sometimes. You only, you play the system for so long before you get caught, and everyone does get caught eventually, and I think that's just the case of what's happening here.
All right, EB?
I mean, it's not a steroid, and it's not performance enhancing. So like, I don't really see... I think it's kind of stupid for the whole pot reason. I know they busted a couple people for it years back. Like, it's not like it made her run faster. I mean, if anything, wouldn't pot like kind of slow you down a little bit? Or I would assume so. But
yeah.
I've also never smoked pot and ran as fast as she did. So
it's interesting you made that distinction.
So like, I don't know, like, the rules are the rules. I get it, but it's kind of stupid. And the 1-month ban, like the OIC or Olympic Committee, whatever they are, like, they have some goofy rules. Like, your drug test, I think like they hold on to for like the next 25 years.
Yeah.
So like even if they didn't do it and she would have won, like, and they do a test and it comes out like in January, they could like take her medals or something away from her. But I was like, whatever. It's if that's what she's doing to ease the pain, do you, girl? I don't know.
Does anybody else find this comment interesting?
Yeah.
Out of who it came from and what he's, in the words of Billy Mack, it fits his narrative, so he's okay with it. I don't get it. The guy that complains about cheating in baseball and know the rules is pretty simple. I'm a miss. I'm a miss, gentlemen. Jeff, do you know what that means?
No.
Look at, he's thinking. No? Okay. All right. Paul, go ahead.
No, Paul, you go.
I mean, listen, she came out and I was watching an interview today with it. And because it first drew my attention when she won. I mean, she's got this crazy long hair. It's blonde. Her fingernails are huge. Her eyelashes are gigantic. And I'm thinking, wow, this is a pretty, eclectic lady out there running. And she was great. And then I kept seeing these stories. I'm like, what's going on? I started clicking on and I read, okay, she doesn't apologize for it. And she says, I know I did it. And I know it was against the rules. And I'm taking full responsibility for it. But she's like, my mom died. It was my coping mechanism to smoke some marijuana and calm myself down. And I wanted to do it. And she goes, I understand the risks that come along with it. So good. Listen, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? Like, she stepped up. She's going to take whatever punishment they're giving her. And she still gets to compete in the 4x1. That's great. Do I think marijuana is that bad? No. Other states are clearing it. Colorado, it's legal there. It's going to probably be legal through all 50 states at some point in our lifetime, if not sooner. I don't see an issue with it. I mean, but if it's the rules and they say if you get caught, you get popped, you're out, then okay, then you live by it. And she's living by it. She's not apologizing for it. She's not saying
but she is trying to build empathy, and sympathy from her fans. The first question I would ask you, Paul, was, being the father of 2 daughters, this being a women's or girls sport, how would you feel if she's on the top of the medal count, or she's on the number one, first place, wins first place in her event, she's being awarded the gold medal, and she says, I smoke weed, it's fantastic, I love it, and it helps me get through my coping mechanisms. With two young girls watching, how does that make you feel?
That's her right. If that's what she says, that that's her own person. I'm going to tell my kids that I don't agree with it, and it's not there. But after they become adults and they're 18 years old, I can't live unless we're still living in my house. I can't tell them what they can or can't do. They're going to go out and they're going to probably speed. They might not wear their seatbelt. That's
good point.
That's just how it is. So she's an adult. She's fine with it, and she's going to take her punishment. And the one thing I did see, I was on the Today Show. I think I watched that. She wasn't looking for empathy or anybody to feel bad for her. She's just like, I did it. I don't care. And I'm like, okay, good for her. I'd rather see this story with this girl stepping in front of it than the other story that they have been running about the Olympics with that girl who finished in third place.
Help me out. I didn't see it.
Turn on her back.
Yeah, the girl who finished third in the hammer throw said she was ambushed by when they went out there to get their medals and they played the national anthem, and she was pissed and turned her back on it and put a big T-shirt up and was all like, I hate the flag and I hate the national
Then don't
anthem
be part of the Olympics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'd rather see this girl who's like, listen, I'm taking my medicine, I'm good, I'm still going to get to compete, than somebody who says, I don't want to, I don't like America. And it's like, you know what, then
go represent another country. That's,
Yep.
I hate to be that guy that says get out. You know what I mean? Because that's everybody's thing. Oh, you don't like our country? Get out. But if you know that you don't like our country, why are you trying to take someone's spot representing it for positive?
Yep.
I hear North Korea is looking for athletes.
Jamaicans.
And food. But
Here's a quote from her that I thought was really interesting and really got me on the other side of where you're standing, Paul. Her quote was, "Don't judge me because I'm human. I'm you. I just happen to run a little faster." And that got me to thinking, you're not me, because you're saying your coping mechanism for your – and listen, everybody handles grief differently in different stages and different times. We all at some point have people that pass away in our lives, that mean a lot to us. I got to say that when someone special passed away, I didn't go to the ganja and say, oh man, this is going to make it all better for me. This is going to help me deal with my grief. Not everybody does that, but not everybody doesn't. But I just don't like her saying,
go have a drink though?
Huh?
Do you maybe go have a drink? Do you maybe go have a beer or some whiskey or something like that?
I mean, you could, but I don't think this is something where you sit there and go, because she's a superstar. Can we say that?
right.
She's a superstar. So she says that. I would say so. If she was going to be an Olympic gold medalist.
Raise your hand if you'd heard of her before this.
Well, I can't say that. But
the thing
over
is,
the next month,
Matt, how many of us pay attention to track and field, though? Really, if any of us paid attention to track and field, we might know who she is. But we don't pay attention to track and field until every 4 years comes along.
This policy might be the worst town in all of
Look at Jeff's trying to deflect.
that's the mayor. That's the mayor talking to
Yeah,
you.
that's okay. Why don't you fix up the town a little bit, Mayor? Don't worry about me. You got to worry about your time.
How did you just get a Pittsburgh accent on that?
I don't know. Switch it
All right,
around a little bit.
Jeff, let's hear your thoughts on Sha'Carri Richardson.
I love it. You know what? Let the girl do her. You know what I mean? Marijuana is not that bad of a drug. It really isn't. Helps people with their anxiety. It actually helps a lot of different medical reasons. And if that's her way to cope through it, with her mom dying, then hey, you know what? Let the girl run. She's going to let her run in the 100. If she wins, she wins. It is what it is. Let the girl be her. And if that's the way she wants it, that's the way she gets it.
All right, Matthew.
Yeah, I didn't follow any of that, but I just, my thought immediately was, so I've known quite a few stoners through the course of my life, and I've yet to meet one. I'm on the same page as Evie that is faster because they smoke marijuana. Like, my guess is that this girl probably would have got lost in the middle of the 100 meters. Like, detour to the concession stand. You're like, hey,
You gotta wait for some hot dogs.
Oh shit! Maybe I could get 73 hot dogs. I mean,
Oh, that's a good point. Would marijuana be illegal in the hot dog eating contest?
Absolutely. That's a performance-enhancing drug.
BMAC saying bigger issue would be with the interviewer who and BMAC, for those who didn't watch Running Point today, called in to Ron's show. So thank you for that. But Ron, the whole idea, and I'll pull this back up, it says the interviewer actually told her in the middle of an interview that her mom had passed away. And from that perspective, yeah, that's pretty messed up. But I gotta say, it's not an excuse at that point, right? Like, I feel like she's using this as a crutch to, this is why I did it. Whereas, yesterday we talked about the name, image, likeness, right? I think she's probably going to make some money off of this. In some capacity.
From who? Hightimes.com?
CBD? I mean, you think about all the CBD money that's going around right now. CBD it's out there. So I would not be surprised during the Olympics to see an advertisement for CBD or something like that. I think that'd be very interesting.
The Cheech and Chong fan club.
Snoop Dogg's hitting her up, man.
Polydemic funk.
Jeff, there is a question on the table for you right now.
Yeah, I have blue shorts on. It's not the blue shorts that we think they are.
Let's see it.
Dino!
What's up? Oh man, I want you to think about this for a second, okay? Smoking marijuana would be greatly encouraged in the hot dog eating contest. It gives you the munchies. Maybe
Amen.
we can break the record then. That's it. That's all I had.
We just figured out where Jeff's genius comes from, right there.
There
The
you go.
bloodlines.
See?
The godfather of the Betos family.
That's right.
Right there.
The OG.
Time to have a natty.
And just like that, it's perfect.
It's confirmed.
The apple does not fall far from the tree. Can you
comes
pass
out
a
of
citizenship test?
Dropping some knowledge.
Did you pass the American citizenship test? I absolutely did. I took it online. He took it what? When?
For fun?
My dad just took it for fun a month ago and passed.
Probably after he saw your stupid ass fail it.
He's like, I got.
I have to uphold the Betos name.
Yeah.
ICE is coming for us. Oh, I think it makes other runners look bad, honestly, losing to a girl that's high. She's not high all the time.
Yeah, I was going to say, she wasn't high running. She just happened to be like...
We don't know
He
that.
just got caught smoking marijuana. He failed a drug test.
I
It
just
is
don't
what
like
it
that
is.
she's using the experience. Like, that wasn't the first time she's ever smoked. I gotta believe.
No way.
No, it's probably not. She probably smokes the whole time. Ty was kind of right. She probably just got caught. But you know what? It is what it is. She could be doing cocaine in the back. She could be doing crack. She could be doing acid before running in a race.
Bro,
she's
she ain't
smoking
doing acid
marijuana.
before she runs. That's
Like,
Yeah.
She could be
Look at
doing
the colors.
those things in there. She could be shooting up heroin. Like, it's stupid. Let the girl be her. If she wants to smoke marijuana, let her smoke marijuana.
The only reason I just went full screen on this is
Is
so
that comment?
when we go to the new intro in football season, I'm cutting that out where it says the gene pool needs a filter. Very well. And
It's stupid. Like, this is stupid. Like, it really is. Like, I'm all for people smoking marijuana. Smoke up. I can't do it because of my job, but if I did not have the job I have right now, I guarantee you I would.
That's just what his dad wants to hear.
Brought to you by
Background.
our friends at Cannabis Unum.
hey, Mr. Yoakley, I'd love to have a job at YSN.
Well, it's just blows my mind how like
Are you high right now?
no. I'm just saying it blows my mind to feel like how this is like it's big national story because she's running in the Olympics, yes. But like how like I like her quote saying that I'm faster than you. I'm you. She is. She's basically a human being. It happens. We make a mistake. She made a mistake. She smokes marijuana. Who cares?
Jeez, oh man. The shade.
You can comment on the show but can't be on the show. You are lazy as heck.
I'm glad you used that word and not the other one.
You're welcome.
Thank you, buddy. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more about this. Is it considered a performance-enhancing drug? Should the IOC allow marijuana through the entire Olympics? And what else should they allow? If they're going to allow that, should other illegal drugs in 31 states be allowed? We'll talk about that and more after the break here on the YSN Power Hour.
Your first and last stop with your tax return should be with me, Tracy Bryden at Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown. No other dealer goes the extra mile to bring you the largest selection of vehicles at one convenient location. With guaranteed credit approval, I will find you the right vehicle and the right financing options for you. I am ready to go the extra mile to show you why no other dealer sells more cars, finances more, and gets you more for your refund than Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Jimmy Sudman here, Director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and 2 of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
And welcome back to the YSN Power Hour. DJ Oakley along with a few of my friends. Special thanks to our sponsors. You saw a slew of them in the first half hour. Now you see Bear, WRS Insurance Solutions, Joe Dickey Electric, Channel 21 WFMJ, and of course our good friends, the first ever advertiser on your sports network, G. Burbick Farms. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about marijuana in the Olympics. We're talking about Sha'Carri Richardson, and we're talking about should everybody be allowed to utilize marijuana in the Olympic setting. Yes, no, maybe. Ty, we'll start off with you.
I don't think you should be allowed to in the Olympic setting, like while competing. In the same way, I don't think you should be allowed to use alcohol or anything else while competing. But I think like recreationally on your own free time away from competing, I don't see a problem with it in the same way I don't see a problem with people that drink in their own recreational time and athletes that drink in their own recreational time. And I think that in the same argument that a lot of people make and that it's just a plan is fair too, in the fact that we still sell cigarettes, which contain a lot worse, I think, chemicals and everything else that are put into those compared to what can be out there. And I mean, I think too, with the tax dollars and the ability to just get it recreationally is there for a lot of states and for a lot of governments too.
So if they pass this, right, if they were, and they're not going to, at least at this point, they haven't even started it and this late in the game, but if they were to legalize marijuana in the Olympics, what else could be legalized? I mean, it's a drug, whether it's a performance enhancing drug or not, it's a drug. I mean, what's the drug? Isn't it like aspirin or something that sometimes goes into people's system and they test positive or something similar to that? I mean, it's pretty stringent in the Olympics. I mean, if we let marijuana through, what else are we going to let through?
Isn't there something on the everything bagel too?
The poppy seeds.
Yeah.
I like poppy seeds.
Yeah, that's how opium's made. That's the seeds from the opium.
There it is.
The more
take it back. I take it back. I guess I have done drugs because I've had poppy seed. But honestly, like if that's a scenario, is that?
I think it's going to be hard enough to get just that pass through. If, like we said, they're not even in discussion. So say you pass that through, I think you're talking about a whole other discussion to put even anything else through further than that. And I don't even know if that's going to get any kind of traction once those discussions do start, because there's enough, I think, of an argument that's been built up for marijuana as a drug over the years that you could build up a case for it, I guess. But I don't know about necessarily like these other street drugs, if that's what you're referencing, like for instance cocaine and heroin and stuff like that. I don't see much of the argument in being able to use it recreationally.
I mean, I don't even think they're allowed to use like pre-workouts.
No.
Isn't that accurate?
So I think for me, what it comes down to is the line should be drawn at. Is that me?
No, it's Paul. I muted him once. He unmuted himself.
The line should be drawn at: is it a performance-enhancing drug? And if not, who cares?
I do, because I don't necessarily feel like it has to be performance-enhancing for you not have to use it at the Olympic level.
Well,
like the Olympics are a different level, right? If you're going to do this and you're just going to run races in your backyard or do 40 times on YSN, knock yourself out. But if you're a world-class athlete, I think you have to live up to that, because there's a certain, like, people are watching you. And not just any person. You're someone that is going to be sought after. I mean, every swimmer wants to be Michael Phelps, right?
Yeah. No, definitely. But my argument is, I mean, aren't they going to weed themselves out at some point?
Unintended.
I mean, if you're doing hard drugs all the time, or if you're doing really any kind of drugs at a regular basis, then aren't you going to lack the ability to continue to be a world-class athlete?
I don't know. I mean, you'd think that with all the drugs that some of these actors and actresses take and performers take, that they would kind of fall off the map, but they seem to stay on.
Yeah, but that enhances their performance sometimes.
What does?
Like being on drugs. I mean,
then how is it different than this?
Well, I mean, because we're talking about athletics where there's supposed to be no competitive advantage gained by the use of, foreign substances.
Who was was it Josh Gordon that was the big weed head for Cleveland? Like, it didn't affect him. He was still a world-class athlete.
How much do we really know about the situation and how much he was actually using it, though? I mean, we know
enough to get
a couple of times for that and a couple of times for Adderall.
Yeah, I mean, he got enough to get dinged. So, I mean, I guess I have a hard time. Like, you either want to be famous and you're willing to make the sacrifice for this, for being a world-class athlete or being a professional athlete, or you're not. I think we hold them to a different standard. When your paycheck has that many zeros attached to it, or you're going to be representing a country or the world, I think there's some sacrifices that have to be made. I might be alone on this, and I'll be the bad guy. I've got no problem. But I just think when she says, don't judge me, you're on that pedestal to be judged.
I think we should just put on the high games and host them in Colorado and let all the athletes. I would pay money to watch that. Think of it. It could be the high games sponsored by Funyuns or something like that.
There'd be a lot of hacky sack and frisbee going on.
Hacky sack. H-A. Damn it.
Yeah.
What comes after A?
Skateboarding's not a crime, bro. That's
yeah.
I think they call it.
Wasn't that called the X Games? That everybody was high.
I think they call it. Well, like I look at it like this though. Like,
hey, that's why the winter ones are usually in Aspen.
Like if you're gonna sit there and you're an Olympic level athlete, like yeah, hold yourself to a standard. I don't care, honestly, if you smoke pot, in your free time or the 9 other months out of the year or really what the hell you do. But also, look, I mean, Matt, you know this. We make our players sign freaking contracts for stuff like this. I would expect the same standard for an Olympic level athlete. If I'm doing this for a high school, now granted, I understand they're all under 18, this and that, a little bit different, but still, it's still the same setup. Look, if you train 4 years for this, and in 3 of those years, you want to get high every night because that helps you relax and it's part of your go-to, do it. But when it's, I guess, 2021 and the Olympic Games are coming up in 6 weeks, there's other ways to go about, coping with things. Go do some yoga, and at that level, don't you have people or advisors hey, man, my mom just passed away. I really need something to take off the edge. What's something that I can do that's not going to pretty much get me thrown out of the Olympics?
I'm just saying that if some deadbeat in Section 8 housing can figure out a way to fix the system, you're telling me a world-class athlete can't? Mic drop. If you know, you know. Interesting. I mean, Jeff. Yeah, next topic. On to the next one. Really, there is no next one. From our standpoint, we can. Oh my God, who is that?
Palestine crackhead walking across here.
Let's go down to the Sparkle and have our own Olympics, honey.
Let's do it.
You run, Jeff, you get the hot dogs.
Jeff,
there's
starting to be a little bit of I don't want to say tension, but there's a little bit of a combative rivalry between you and the Mayor Conway.
It's all right. He can have a rivalry with me. It's all right.
Do you want to speak to your fan base that you got a piece of yesterday?
Hey, to that person, you didn't respond to my email. Soft piece of crap.
So Jeff, sometimes we get here we go.
There's his friend.
There's your buddy, Jeff Howard.
2 Jeffs don't make it right.
Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate you. I don't know who Jeff Howard is.
I think that's Molly's dad.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Oh, that changes everything. What else we have here? Say rivalry again.
We.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Rivalry.
Now he said it.
What did he say before? I missed it.
Rivalry.
Yeah.
Jeff, do you want? I mean, you have the floor. Obviously, before we get to our whatever it's called, by Jupiter Farms, our beef and fillet.
I just don't think it's that big of a deal. I understand that she's an Olympic athlete, and you need you hold her a different standard. But it's marijuana. She could be doing way worse things. She could have been a crackhead, could have been a heroin. It could have been all those things. That's what I'm saying. It's not that.
Not could have been a contender. Could have been a crackhead.
You know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal to me. I think it's okay.
Could have killed somebody.
And if that's the way she comes through it, that's the way she comes through it. And
if you want to cope by black tar heroin, go for it.
How does women swipe right on you, Jeff?
Why can't you be on the show, Billy? You have a phone and it don't need internet.
He said internet issues.
Yeah, he has had internet issues for the last 7 months. So get a new internet person. Prescribe her, Billy.
Prescriber?
You get it.
Subscriber.
Yeah, Billy, get a new internet
provider, Paul.
Subscribers, same thing. He's subscribing to the internet.
You be like Paul and use your phone and not be on the internet?
He did yesterday towards the end. Until
on my phone today.
No, you've been on everything but.
Well, I was on my phone for a while and then I came back.
How many calls have you got since the show started?
None.
The audio sounds good right now, Paulie.
Yeah. Oh, it's part of my fillet. Don't worry.
Uh-oh. Somebody got you hooked up. Kate Kelly says, go to the doctor to get new internet prescribed at our house. Jeff Howard says, Jeff is a beast. Is he talking about our Jeff, or is he talking about himself?
He gets it.
That is going to put a bow on the show. I hope everybody had a good time talking about that. I thought it was good discussion. I think that's 2 days in a row that we've had excellent discussion without a whole lot of BS, which leads us to some of the BS, which is our What's Your Beef, What's Your Filet, brought to you by our friends over at G. Burley Farms on New Buffalo Road in Columbiana, first ever advertiser on the network, and they are going to live on forever in infamy, as will their meat. Make sure that if you're going over there tomorrow 10 to 4, you need to stop in, tell them YSN sent you, and they've got ice cream now from Baker's Golden Dairy. They've got all kinds of stuff, and stock up for the 4th of July. The people coming over to your house, they don't want to be disappointed. They're looking for that good meal that we talked about at the beginning of the show. So make sure you stop over at G. Burbick Farms or gburbickfarms.com. Matthew, lead us off. Beef or filet, sir?
I'm going filet because it's the 4th of July weekend, and I just want to wish everybody a happy 4th of July weekend. I know I'm going to enjoy mine. I'm going to fire up a stogie, crack up a bottle of my favorite whiskey, and celebrate the right way. Just a reminder as a public service announcement for everybody, don't blow your fingers off this weekend.
And don't drink and drive.
Yeah, I was saying, how about that? Don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive, anybody.
I said don't light off fireworks. I'm good.
I can drive with no knuckles.
Yeah.
All right, Jeffrey, what do you have?
I'm with Coach. It's our birthday weekend. Happy 4th to everybody. Don't drink and drive. Drink a lot of beer on Sunday or tomorrow or tonight. Drink all 3 days. Yeah.
Do your shorts smell?
No.
Jeff Howard went to Izod for you, so you got to shout out Jeff Howard.
Thanks, Jeff. I do not remember Jeff Howard.
Here's the question: does he know what Izod is?
No. What is that?
It's a brand of clothing.
My dad just said, "Come on, Jeff." I thought it was a store.
Muncie, what do you have?
I have two fillets. The second one came in halfway through the show, but my first one today is the girls learn how to ride their bikes. We've been practicing for the past week and a half. I took them to the fairgrounds today and literally just took the bikes out of the truck and said, go. And they started and they rode and had a great time. And I was excited they did that. My second one is with the Wizard of Oz. I was on my laptop here and I had no volume. And I was like, everything was working. The microphone was working. The camera was working. I could not hear you guys. So I went back to my phone. I sent him a message and said, something's wrong. Can you check on it? He popped on. And like that, 2 clicks of a button, I watched him work his magic. And the iPad's working, or the laptop's working perfect. So thank you, Brian, our Wizard of Oz there at YSN. And that was it.
The man behind the curtain strikes again. Trent Conway says, fundraiser idea, Jeff versus Mayor, U.S. history trivia.
Oh, shit.
I'm not coming down to East Palestine. You guys come to Boardman.
No.
Just meet in the middle, Columbiana.
He wants the home field advantage.
I don't think that's going to help you, Jeff.
No, I'm just not driving all the way down there.
What county is East Palestine in?
Columbiana.
That boy.
Oh.
There you go.
That boy. EB, what do you have?
Dude, beef, and it's sunburn on the top of your freaking feet.
Oh.
It's the worst and most miserable thing in the world. I mean, I'm also super white, so I was going to get toasted anyways, but it was worth every second. I mean, I guess if you want to throw that in a filet, the filet would be the trip down to Myrtle. I think the girls did well. Everyone had fun. Everyone came back alive. I did my job.
Good play with the white shirt on the darkened skin today, buddy.
Oh yeah,
showing it off.
I wore light blue, and I legit looked like a freaking ketchup bottle with a blue T-shirt. It was awesome.
Well played, Ty. Go ahead.
Well, it's a beef and a filet. The filet is going to just be the 4th of July weekend. It's always been a special a weekend for us, and it's going to continue to be special for us this weekend. That being said, beef. Tomorrow marks year number 5 that my since my sister passed. So just want to say miss you every day, sis, and I love you.
Very good. Very, very good. Mine is going to be for the first time in nearly a year, I think a year, maybe more than that. I get to go on a little bit of a vacation. It's a 1-day vacation in Lake Erie, so we're excited for that, taking the girls out there. But that's my filet, man, to be able to get away. We're turning off the phones. We're turning off everything, which if you know me, you know how difficult that is for me to do, given that we'll still have stuff going on, I think, on Sunday. Right? We have games on Sunday.
Full slate of games.
So it's going to be a little bit more challenging for me to do, but I'm looking forward to hanging out with my boys tomorrow, doing some golfing down at the East Palestine Country Club in the morning, maybe some activities in the afternoon, and then enjoying family the rest of the weekend. No shows on Monday. We are closing it up for YSN on that Monday. That way you guys and everybody has time with their families, given that the 4th is on Sunday, obviously. So there will be no Power Hour. There will be no Running Point. I think there's games, but that's about it. We can't control that, unfortunately. So we still have to do our job in some capacity, but there will be no shows. So want to thank everybody for tuning in for the YSN Power Hour all week. It's always so great to, and here's perfect. Thanks for all you guys do for the community. Always. We love doing it. What do we got here? Catherine Bates. What's up, Katie? Hi, Katie. How you doing? That's gonna do it until Tuesday of next
week. If you're ahead of us, just heads up.
Heads up for what, buddy?
You know,
Jeff, you're in our foursome.
Yeah, dude. What are you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, here is your walk-off for this Friday. Poe, get him.
Just eat it. Come on. Here comes the airplane. There you go. Open into the hangar. There you go. Yep. Eat it. Put it in your mouth and just eat it. Take a bite.
I hate it.
I don't care whether you hate it. You said you'd do it.
All right.
Michael. Eat it. Eat it.
You're killing him, Michael.
All right. All right. All right.
Come on.